Fidel Castro, the master manipulator of people, recognized, now here's a guy that's going to be useful to me. So he used him as the main executioner of the Cuban Revolution. When they first took over power, first order of business, just like it was for Stalin. And remember, these guys are Stalinists. They're not free healthcare providers and hippies and greenies. They are hardcore Stalinists. Just like it was for Stalin to wipe out the Polish officer corps in the Katyn massacre. And in all the countries that they took over in Eastern Europe, the first thing order of business was to wipe out the police and the military from the former regime, because those are the people that would come up against them. And so that's what they did in Cuba. The first, from the first week they marched into Havana, Che Guevara went to La Cabaña prison, and his role was to, I was about to say execute again, murder the officer corps of Cuba's former military. And they murder, we don't know how many. Like I say, eventually, throughout the early and mid 60s, 18,000 Cubans were murdered by firing squad. But in those first couple of months, when Che Guevara was in charge, personally in charge of the murders, there were estimates run from 600 to 1,100 to 1,200 men and boys were murdered by firing squad because they had been members of the former regime, typically military and police members. These were the people who Che Guevara, having witnessed a semi-revolution in Guatemala, said these are the people that are going to come up against us when we try to impose communism. So we're going to wipe them out. First order of business is to get rid of them, just like Stalin did with the Polish officer corps in Katyn. And then we can start, Sovietizing, Stalinizing Cuban society without having to fear this armed resistance.
Don't miss Jesse Kelly Breaks History, Che Guevara, the latest episode of a new series available now exclusively for First TV supporters. Visit the First TV app or thefirsttv.com to subscribe and start watching today.